right, there we go. Hey everyone, Richard Carlton here. Welcome to another great day of FileMaker training at fmtraining.tv. I'm the creator of fmtraining.tv, where you can learn all about the FileMaker platform and learn how to build better FileMaker applications for you, your customers, your organization. This broadcast is completely free to everyone and is being broadcast in high definition to Discord, YouTube, and to Twitch. This broadcast is being recorded, which is really great. Of course, we might clean up the recording a little bit, so if we make a malfunction during the live stream, then of course we reserve the right to clean that up on the recording later on. However, because it's a live broadcast, we encourage you to ask questions. In fact, some people get aggravated when there's this dialogue with you and we ask questions. We want questions. If you have a question, odds are other people have the question too. And so I want to thank everyone for logging in, Ken and TK and Dave One, Dave Learning, Ed, Elzo, Carol, Jake, Mike, all of you, welcome once again to another great broadcast. Now, as a reminder, if you want to check out the upcoming broadcast, go to fmtraining.tv, press the left tab for the live button. You can see the upcoming broadcast schedule. That's pretty awesome. Additionally, if you want to help support this channel, right? We always say this, this broadcast is brought to you by fmtraining.tv, bringing you the greatest and the most entertaining FileMaker training videos available. So the idea is that if you want to help support the channel, make sure you check out our on-demand video bundles. We have videos that cover the latest version of FileMaker. We have videos that cover the deploy course. In fact, we used to sell the courses individually. Anymore, it's just much simpler to sell a complete bundle for a low price. We do this on an annual basis. So if you buy one of the bundles, that really helps support the channel. It ensures that we can keep coming back every day, because this broadcast actually takes a lot of money to run. The people here don't work for free. As much as I would love that to be the case, they do want to get paid. So moving along, today's broadcast is being supported by the folks at the Los Osos office. That would be Haley Marie, Christian Olson, and the awesome coaching team down there. They're originating the broadcast. And so let's go ahead and cut over to them right now and get our guest speaker going as well.
Get ready for user interface madness. Nick Hunter is going to explode the user interface and user experience of the FileMaker platform. Do a deep dive on user interface and customer management, tabs, slide controls, accordion objects, master detail. Your tour guide, Nick Hunter, will guide you through everything you need to know to be an awesome FileMaker user interface developer. So buckle up, hang on tight, because things are about to get crazy.
All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome. I haven't been here in a while, so Nick, I'm going to let you take it away. I think that we're on day 7.
Yeah,
Is that right?
day, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't
Something
count
like
anymore. I know I have to do it today. So yeah, welcome everybody for this new day on the design UI UX experience stuff. Yeah, thank you, Haley, and thank you, the boss, for his holographic kind of messaging. So yeah, it's every day, Nick. Every day is Nick's day. Look, yesterday we had kind of it was way too serious yesterday, okay? So let's have some fun today and cool down a little bit. I want to continue and explain to you guys why we do that. You know, why we do that. Of course, I'm not saying that everything I'm saying here is gospel. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying that is my way or the highway. I'm not saying that. What I'm doing here is inspirational. It's to give you ideas, and it's to show you that you can go very far with FileMaker without complexity. And and even more is doing things like this. You remove complexity behind the scene, and I'm going to show you that today. That you can, having the right UI UX, you remove a lot of complexity behind the scene. So as I said, it's inspirational. It's not like, oh, you need to do it that way. Now there's rules. There's rules. The life is made of the rules. Okay, so you have to follow some guidelines and principle everywhere, every time in your life journey, right? Otherwise, if you want to violate those rules, you can do it. You're free to do it. You can end up having trouble. So it's the same thing here with the design. There's rule here to help you, to guide you, right? And to avoid to make mistakes. Because sometimes the mistake is there, but you don't see it. You don't feel it. You don't see it. It's very important. It's very difficult actually to get the little thing that will make all the difference. Sometimes for a little thing, for a bad coloring or an object that is misplaced, you ruin completely your experience because you didn't anticipate the problem. So rules are there for that. Okay. So, and with FileMaker that I mentioned at the beginning of this course, FileMaker, you have a lot of boundaries. You have a lot of, you cannot go too far here, you cannot go too far here. But as I said, they are there for a reason. Is because they prevent you to do big mistakes, right? Because when you don't have boundaries, like I said at the beginning, first of all, you are on your own. That means, it's like when you do Java or when you do Xcode, you have a blank page and you need to type everything, and what will happen, and you need to do everything, and you need to learn everything. With FileMaker, it's like the Lego. The Lego analogy works well. So let's start again, looking at stuff, and let's talk about something we were talking yesterday about the menu. I don't want to start the menu conversation again. Okay, I will address the menu in another course. Okay, but also, but today I want to show you that yesterday we were talking about menus not available on Go, not available on WebDirect and stuff like that. Yes, it's true. It's not available on those platforms. Menus are available only on on their desktop computers and on their Mac OS or Windows or Unix. Okay. But what happened on the web? So how did they address the problem on the web? Because they had to, they had to address the problem. And I love to get inspired, and I love to see what others do. It's not to copy and stuff like that, just to get inspired by what are they doing. And I think the most advanced, the most complicated website so far, available, it's Amazon.com. Okay, and those people are spending millions and billions and zillions of dollars in UI stuff and stuff like that, right? So this is how Amazon address the problem of the menu in their platform. This is how they do that. So I showed that already one time. I demonstrate that, and that is totally doable with FileMaker very easily. We don't have any problem to do something like this. Okay, so this is how they do. I'm going to address that in another course, right? I'm going to address that in another course, how to build something like this. Yes, this could be a perfect replacement of the menu on top of here, right? It could be a perfect replacement on this. Okay, so if you have a WebDirect, if you have a WebDirect kind of a solution or a Go solution, that will work perfectly well. Okay, on a desktop it will work, but you understand that it will look a little bit awkward, because still people will expect the menu, like this, right? That would expect the menu. So anyway, this is a choice, but I want to show you that we have the same problems and we have the same impediments as any other website in the world when we treat on problem with WebDirect. It's FileMaker has the same limitation as other people. No, FileMaker WebDirect doesn't change the menu of the browser, as even Amazon.com with the gazillions of dollars, they cannot do that. Okay, so it's not a matter of money; it's a matter of design limitations. So we need to come with ingenuity. We need to come with new ideas, and they came with this, which is elegant and works very well, and by chance, very, very easy to do with FileMaker. So this is what I want to tell you guys today about this. So now let's continue a little bit what we were talking about yesterday about this. So we continue with this. No, this is not what I want to do. I want to do this. Okay. So let's continue with this. So yesterday, you remember, I was talking to you about how the combination of user interface and user experience works. First, you need a support, okay? Can be a window, can be a popover, can be a Slack control, you need a support in order to lay down your user interface, the building blocks, the Lego, stuff like that. And then you need, and then thanks to this combination, that means you have a table where you can put the building blocks, you can put your Lego, then you have the user experience that you can do something with the Lego, okay? But you need the trio, you need the support, you need the UI and the UX, okay? You need those. And then we discovered yesterday, I started talking about this in all UI, in all user experience, you have a beginning, a middle, and the end. For example, yesterday we saw that you can add contacts. Okay, add contacts. So it can be contacts that already exist in my contact list. I can select multiple contacts, and then I click Add Select, and I add the contact. So the beginning of the experience is I click Add Contact, so I begin my experience. Okay, I can terminate my experience by clicking the cross, on the top right, or I can continue the experience. I can search the experience. This is part of the experience. It's a shortcut that you can take, and you can select something. So now, and then when you're done, okay, you can terminate, or you can validate and say, okay, oh, no problem, add those people, and then boom, you're done. You're over with your, the beginning, middle, and end. So now, in order to understand exactly how that works, try to imagine yourself going, say, okay, you are at home and you want to go to visit your mom. Okay, she's living in another city. So you have a user experience here. First of all, you need a car, which is a UI. It will be like your user interface. Okay, and you need a support that will be the road. So you have the UI on top of the road. So you have the car on top of the road. You're going to use the car to go, and you will have the user experience from from your home to your mom's home, and then you have a beginning when you start the car, and the end when you arrive at home at your mom's. Okay, so you have beginning and in the middle you have a middle. You have a beginning in the middle, then when you're driving, and then you have the end when you arrive. So let's say in the middle, you received a phone call from your mom. Oh, by the way, can you stop by the grocery store? Okay. So you are in the middle. So you are in the middle of your experience. You started, you didn't end it. You didn't reach the end yet. And then you have to switch. You have to add a step on this. But fortunately, all the designers, they thought about this, and most of the time they put the grocery store next to an exit in your way. That means when you're on your highway, there's a lot of chance that you can find the grocery store next to the one exit on your way. Okay, because a designer at the grocery store company said, "Oh, you know what? It will be wise to put the store next to an exit on the big highway, right? Makes sense. So you have a good designer that did that. So everything you do is part of a plan, okay? So what I want to explain here is that when you click here, you add a contact, right? So you start your experience. You have multiple things to do. First of all, I can just drive the car until my mom's house and click, okay, I'm arrived. Or I can drive the car and maybe stop by, fill some gas, because I need, you can search for something. And then you say, okay, you have the phone call, say, okay, I need the grocery store. No problem, the phone call of the grocery store. And then, because in your journey here, you couldn't find the contact you want, so you need to get out of the highway and go to the grocery store and pick a contact in the grocery store. But does it mean you terminated your experience? Does it mean you went to your mom first and then went back to the grocery store, take what your mom wanted and come back again to your mom? No, you didn't do that. So why you want your user to do that in FileMaker? Let's say I don't have the contact here. Let's say I received the phone call from my mom. What do you ask the people? You say, okay, go to your mom, go back to the store, create your contacts in the store, go back to the account, click again, add contact, and select the new contact you created. Is that a good experience? It is as bad as you pass the grocery store on the highway, but you go to your mom and then you go back to your store. It doesn't make any sense. Okay. So I try to get you to understand that when you have a user experience, you need to anticipate all what your user will need. Now, when you do something like this, let's say, okay, I select those guys, okay, and I can't find the guy I need. I need to create a new contact here. Okay, so I create the contact. So don't look the red stuff for the moment. Okay, so I create my contacts. Okay, and I put this. Okay, I put this. And I create a new contact. Okay. Whatever, counting and officer and semicolon and blah, blah, and blah, blah, and blah, blah, whatever, Okay, so I have two contacts here. So you see what I mean? Look, I was on the highway going to my mom, like selecting contacts. Then I had to go away and create new contacts. And now that I did that, I need to go back to the highway with the grocery in my trunk, right? I need to go back where I was to understand what's going on, okay? So when I click validate, okay, I was in the highway, okay, and I had this already, but this is, look, this is a grocery store. This is a grocery you bought on the store. So you keep a good visual understanding about what happened between where you were in your beginning, middle, and end, right? What happened here. Now, when you see something like that, you understand what happened. You just created new contacts. You create two new contacts, right? And but you need to keep a great visual. Otherwise, you lose the people. You lose completely. Imagine you go to the grocery store, and on your way back, on your way back to the highway moved. The highway is not there anymore. Okay, you lost. You know. You need a GPS, and GPS said, oh, it used to have the highway there, and somebody moved it. Sorry, I don't know where to go. So you got a point here. So you need to understand that when you do this, it's not just, oh yeah, let them create a new contact. No. It's not just this. You went somewhere, and when you go back where you were, you need to make sure that everything is understandable. You don't lose the people. Okay, here you don't lose the people, right? So you see the point here. That's very important. The visual is very important because otherwise, when you get lost, when you get your customer lost, this is where people start to be frustrated, and yourself, when you use something and then you somewhere you land somewhere and, oh, what did I do? Where's my stuff? You start to be very, very frustrated, and most of the time, imagine I don't have this UI. Imagine I don't have this UI, I don't show the two new. I go back here. Let's say I'm here. I go back to create my two contacts, and I come back and I'm here. What do you think? Oh, okay, it didn't create my contacts. Let's create them again. You know what I mean? Let's create them again because they're not there. So, I might click cancel, or so they go back and they create twice the same contacts, right? And then they will come back here, they will don't see it. And then they will call you and say, okay, oh, your stuff doesn't work. So it's very, very important. So now I want to show you that when you have the right support with the right UI and the right user experience, UX, here what you can do with very, very small efforts. Okay. Remember what I told you since the beginning, that FileMaker is giving you this. So far, I took this from FileMaker, right? And I went pretty far in the awesomeness. I mean, I did a lot of things, search box, multiple selection, and keyboard shortcuts, and I built plenty of stuff with my Legos. I went pretty far with my Legos. Okay, so FileMaker is giving you all the building blocks you need, but what you need to create, it's how to use them, how to assemble those pieces together, and to get something awesome. It's like yesterday I was talking to a friend of mine, and when I show him this instrument, for example. Okay, it's a piece of wood. Originally it's a piece of wood. Now it's an instrument that is playing music, but it's a piece of wood. Originally it was a piece of wood. Okay, so we have the same thing. It's what you need to learn is the how to play with those things. So I want to show you something that you get very easily. When I create a contact, I want mandatory, because I learned how to pronounce it. Okay, I want to please you guys. Mandatory. It's mandatory. Okay, it's mandatory. I want, first name, last name, department, title. Okay, obviously, you understand what's going on here, because, I have the card here, and I said, okay, this guy is incomplete. Okay, it's incomplete because it's incomplete, right? I tell you, it's red, incomplete. So red. Okay, I got it. I need to fill up this. So now, and you see here, it says incomplete. I cannot validate the thing. I can't, So let's say I do this, and I fill up all the field that it needs, And here I want to enter the phone number, okay? And the phone number is numbers, okay? Phone number, okay? It's a number. So I'll do this, and the email, blah, 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 at blah, blah, blah.com. Okay, and I have Rose and City Santa Clara and CA. Okay. Oh, now my button became validate. And my incomplete went away. And I don't have the red stuff. So now I create a new guy. Oh, damn it. Okay, now it's incomplete because one of those two is incomplete. Yeah, I cannot validate my list because two are incomplete. So okay, again, I'm filling the thing, Bob, and this and blah 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 blah, and no, the phone number, blah 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 blah, and address, Rose. No, here's Bollingwood or whatever. Bollingwood is not Hollywood, it's Bollingwood. It's Fairfield, Fairbanks. We don't have Fairfield. Okay, so now we will have it. Fairfield and CA. Okay. So, and email. See, I forgot the email. Say, okay, forgot the email. Blah 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 at carlton.com, and voila. Okay. So, now validate. No incomplete anymore. Everything. So. You guys, so FileMaker, you remember, FileMaker gives you something that I didn't touch for decades, and I'm happy that I didn't touch that for decades. Okay, I didn't touch these guys, this here. This is. If you use this, that will get your customers epileptic. Okay, so you need to give them a pill of epileptic kind of medicine, because they start to have convulsion and stuff like that when they start to use this. You know, the not empty and the whatever message, and they can override, and then you have the revert stuff, and all the okay, you know what I'm talking about. Everybody hates this stuff, okay, and if you have this field with all the, with a message, let's make one, just one to see your pain, not empty, needs to be filled, no, I don't want the people to override this and stuff like that. So here what happened, I create something like this, and then I have this guy, I use the wrong sorry, first name first is not the name first. I need to do that. So name, sorry, it's not. Yeah,
Nick, real quick, there's a question that Amanco, if I said that right, I don't know, says, when one is complete and the other is incomplete, if you press cancel, will it cancel both or just the incomplete one?
No, cancel everything. I'm going to go there. To go there. Yeah. So let's say I wanted to do this, and I have this. Bam. Need to be filled. What the bleep is this? Yes, no, revert. You don't know what happened, and you say yes, and then okay, go away, right? Or if you say no, you stay there, and no, you don't look. Okay, okay. Imagine you have this on all the fields here. Just imagine the madness. Okay, and here, see, I can even cancel this piece of bleep. Okay, I need to revert and cancel, and oh my gosh. Okay, this stuff here really, I mean, it gets me epileptic. So so up to you. If you want to use this, use it, and good luck. So So the boss were complaining about the menu yesterday. This is way worse, but by far. Okay. So, but we have to be honest. This is FileMaker Nashoba 1.0, 1.0 before FileMaker Pro, FileMaker Maker 1.0, before the first era of Claris. That is since 1984. They built this in 1984, and for compatibility, FileMaker and laziness, FileMaker never went there and changed that. But to be honest, I don't care if they address the problem or not. I build my own the way I want it, and I want to build the right way. So the question was, if I cancel the whole thing, I cancel the whole thing. I mean, I cancel the creation of my contacts. So the free contacts I created, I cancel it. So why it is so easy for me to cancel this? Because I am in the contact table here. If I go there, if I look the data viewer here, okay, and I said get total record found, I have 1,022. Here, it's a contact table, right? If I said found count, it will say free, the free. So I am in a found set here. So what does it do when I cancel this? Look, it does something very complicated, extremely complicated. First of all, you need Kyle Williams to help you here, because you have a SQL, you have a conditional, you have plenty of customer function. It's very, very complicated. Okay. So first of all, you have a warning. Say, by the way, if you cancel, say goodbye, sayonara to your free contacts. Okay. You say okay, and you delete all the free contacts. And then you move the window, and then you go to the layout where you were before, and you said that's it. It's show dialog, yes, delete, thank you, bye bye, sayonara. Very complicated, and so I'm not Jack D Ripper. I'm not saying laziness about your laziness. I say no. I'm saying FileMaker Claris laziness. They should have addressed that, not you. You know what I mean? It's not you. I'm not saying you are laziness. You are lazy. Don't get me wrong, okay? I'm not saying that, even though you might be. So anyway, you understand the point. Everything's simple. Anything here could happen. Anything I see here could ever happen if it wasn't simple. Why? It's because if you have a UI and you need a script, a pieces that prevent that to happen, and you need a trigger that will correct something or will update something on the other side. If you need something like this, your UI is wrong. Period. If it's complicated, it should be simple. I add as many as I want. If I cancel, it deletes the 6 I created. Period. It's, this here is just this here. It does this new request. And then I have an on record load. If it's new, go to the field. Make sure to go to the field. What's the name? This one. Okay. And that's it. That's all what I need. And if I cancel, it did message yes, and then delete all record. No, perform fine, and if no, it's delete, bam, go back, resize, go to the layout, and that's it. Go to layout, restart the window. 2 very simple script steps, right? Nothing very crazy. So we have a question here.
Yeah, we also have a comment on YouTube that I think can be a question, but Wally says sometimes I don't have all the data to fill in all the fields. Does that matter?
Yeah, I mean, if you cannot fill those fields, I mean, I want my user to fill those fields, so they have to. If they don't, they can put whatever they want, right? They can put this, but or if they don't, for example, they have a first name, like let's say Nick, and then the last name they don't have it. Okay, you put like something like this,
Okay.
I mean, you cannot say, oh, that mandatory, and at the same time, oh, by the way, it doesn't care if you don't have it. In that case, remove them from the mandatory. I mean, it's, here we have a philosophical kind of problem here.
Okay.
So that's one question from Bilbo. Oh, Andre, salut Andre. He's one of my customer, by the way. Nick, how to deal when a customer change address and you want to keep old address for old invoice and have the new address for new invoice? Okay, Andre, this is another problem. It's an audit log kind of problem. I can address that not in this course, but I will. Or I can talk to you about this next time we have a next weekend or something like this.
And then we have a question.
But I can address that. Yeah. So we have another from a UK lad. When adding a new record, such a contact, is it better to be editing the field directly or using global? No. Validating those, then create the record. Yeah. So create kind of have a. Okay, I know the boss doesn't like this word, the shadow. You have a kind of a temporary table with fields. Then you enter the fields, and then okay. So here the problem. I want you can use that, but with my technique here, I'm doing here. You address that problem. That means other people can see you creating a record, but that's okay because it's locked. It's locked because you are editing it. And if it's not, what's the name? And even if it's not edited, and somebody is editing the field, and you have to say, oh, the field is the what's the name? The record is busy and stuff like that. You have other ways to address that problem. But yeah, it's what you do is kind of cool to have the global and then valid, but you understand that it's a little bit of overwork. You have a lot of work to do. You need to set fields after. You need to set the field back. I mean, yeah, but that's other ways to address that problem. If I have time, not today, but in the future of this course, of this UI UX design course, I'm going to address that promise. Remind me sometime. If it doesn't come, UK lad, Simon, please remind me. Okay, another question. With this method, what is Nick thought on a user being disconnected? If the user is being created, is there anything that prevents those records of being created? Is the user session logs out? Okay, yeah, okay, so that's a problem. Okay, fortunately, it's valid for anything. If you are in the middle of creation a record and you get disconnected because somebody broke the wires or disconnect the Wi-Fi, I mean, the record is half created and you don't even know. So that's the way to do that. Okay, what I will do personally, when that happens, if it's crucial, let's say it's very important to keep the thing very clean. You know what I mean? Very clean. I create here kind of a tag creation. So it's a number, and when you create something, you put a 1 here. You put 1 here. So you are tagging your record that this one is in the creation mode. So let's do it. Okay. And let's do and when you validate when you validate this, okay, let's go to the layout. When you validate this kind of when you here and you validate this, you want the one to go away. So you validate, so here in this validation kind of things, which is nothing very complicated, you can just add a replace in the when you validate, you replace the tag creation with nothing. That means you wipe out the tab. Then what you do, so now let's say I have what's the name, I create, so let's put the one here, let's put the tag. Okay, so I put the tag creation here. Okay, so let's do it again. So I add a contact, create contacts. So that's our one. No, all the contact I had will have one. When I click validate, this one goes away. Let's say I have a crash right now with those new contacts half naked. Okay, I have a scheduled script on server. Okay, that once a day do a kind of we call custodial kind of stuff. All those records that are half baked like this, okay, you just delete them. You have a schedule script that runs during the night and removes all those one contacts like this. Okay, so this is something you can do. There's many ways to address that. Depends the level of importance that has. You know what I mean? It depends on how important it is to have what we call junk, because this is what it is. Okay. Unfortunately, it's even if you hear and you create new records, and they're half baked, you know what I mean? So you always have a, kind of things, that kind of happen, like we say, shit happen, right? It's unfortunate. It's yeah. Anyway, let me continue my stuff here. So far you understood the importance of all of this middle. This very, very important, guys. You need to understand that this is the key of success. That's why I try to make myself very clear on this beginning and middle and end. Because when you get that concept, you say everything's clear now. Okay, so let's continue. I want to show you, when I do this, how this is done, how easy this is done. To have this red stuff and to be the incomplete, the button go away. If I have a system where the button go away, right? I don't need to take care of that in my script anymore. I don't need a script that says validate and then check if there's something incomplete and then come with a message. You can because something is incomplete. Here comes another law that you need to make yours. And here what the law says. Don't tell me, show me. Okay, so all of this, you can go Google, type UX, don't tell me, show me. You will see, you have billions of articles talking about this. And the same thing, you type UX and you go and you say beginning, middle, and end. You will see, you will have gazillions of articles talking about this. Those are the fundamental in design. This is what you learn in day one of your training course. So don't tell me, show me. Don't tell me that I've done something wrong, because why the hell you let me do something wrong if it's wrong? So that means you're wrong, not me, because you let me do that stupid thing. Remember what I told you about the boundaries? This is the same thing here. Why you let me validate something when I cannot validate it? Show me that I cannot validate it. Tell me it's incomplete. Tell me I'm not, tell me the thing. Put everything on the table. Don't hide stuff to me. And then you try to trick me. You want to validate, but you can't. No, you can't go like this, And Moki, you're wrong, not me. Exactly. You're wrong, not me. You're wrong because you try to, you try to catch me in the act. That's what you try to do. It's like, it's like your wife leaving the box of cookies open on the top of the counter and waiting for you not to eat them, right? So they're pretty much the same thing. So you don't do that to your customers because they get frustrated. And not only is you doing a good action by hiding things or showing things and stuff, because when you say show me, don't tell me, the show me is hide me is the same thing. Hide, don't tell me. Show me, when they say show me, don't tell me, the hide is part of the show. You know what I mean? Hide, show, don't tell me. Okay. And don't insult me. Oh, you click validate, but you shouldn't click validate. You're a piece of bleep. So no, you need to be very simple. Okay, so here how I want to show you how this works because it's interesting. So first of all, so let's get out of here and let's go to the layout. First of all, how I can get something easy, and to make sure that all the fields are there. Okay. I have a tag mandatory. Okay. It's an auto entry calculation that do this. Okay, I'm doing that for debug purpose. You don't need to do that, but it's for debug purpose. I separate because it's easier for me to understand. You know what I mean? I need I need those fields: name first, name last, title, category, and department. Then I need phone 1, cell phone 1, and email. Then I need the primary street 1, the primary city, and the primary state province. Okay. And then I said, okay, I put a not here because I want that to be reversed. Remember, I want to hide stuff or show stuff. So I want the result to be 1 when this is not there. You know what I mean? So I need to reverse the result. Okay, never mind. But it's very easy. I need the count of this, and this needs to be 5. If it's not 5, that means 1 is missing. So it's not valid. It's not valid because some of those are missing. Value count here, the phone equal 3, because I want this one to be filled. If it's not 3, that means 1 is missing. It's not valid. And I need the address to be 3 as well. So and you can add as many things you want. So, and this has also another advantage that I'm going to show you later. So now I have my tag that shows me if the record is complete or incomplete. For example, this one. So let's do this. Let's do this. So this one is incomplete. Why? Because so it says incomplete 1. If I say 0 here, if the layout were if the record were complete, see the word incomplete here. If I put 0 here, bam, oh, it's complete now. 1 incomplete, 0 complete. The 0, 1 here is driven by these guys. the list of this. So you need something here, 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 something here, something here, 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 and here to get the 0. If you remove something of those, bam, sayonara, goodbye, Broadway. Okay, so this is the easiest way to do it. So now I took care of this, the incomplete. I have the 1. This is driving the 1 or 0 for the entire records. So now, for example, let's say this one is complete. This one is complete, you know. This one is complete. Why is saying, oh, incomplete? So let's say this one complete. And I have another one, which is incomplete. So this one complete, no problem. This one incomplete. So now I need the list of those two to tell this guy here, to tell this button here, that one of those is incomplete. One of those is incomplete. So that's very simple. You have multiple ways to do that, but the best way to do that is to use the list of summary kind of calculation here, and I'm listing the tags. I'm listing the tags. No? So this list of is doing this. Oh, I have it here. Is doing this. Is listing 0, 1. You know, see, is listing all the records. If I create a new one, right? If I create a new record here, it will say 0, 1, 1. If I create a new one here, it say 0, 1, 1, 1. And if one of those becomes 0, now it says 0, 1, 1, 0. This, see, 0, this one is complete, incomplete, incomplete, complete. So 0, 1, 1, 0. Okay, 0, 1, 1, 0. Okay, so now I have this. So it's very easy now to know which if I'm okay or not, because pretty much the calculation here says, to hide this button, says, okay, is the list of mandatory is more than 0? That's what it's doing, because you see on the bottom on the bottom here it tells you non-zero value are true, 0 or an empty value are false. So if I have 1 here, if this returns 1, that means 0, 1, 1, 0, that means that's 1. Okay, if all of them are zeros, there's no 1 anymore, so I'm okay. So if this one is 0, this one 0, this one 0, this one 0, this one will become. So you use the list of in order to help you to get the button to go away. Okay, so, and this is very simple. You don't do anything, you know, and it works very well, right? So now you know the point. When it's if I put the name of everybody here, okay, I put this, this and this, okay, and this and this and this and this and this and this, and the same here. I put the same here, bam, 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 you know, and this and this and this, and I put this and this and this and this. Automatically, like by magic, I don't do anything. I don't even have a commit trigger, bam, because my list of now says this. So 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So it's, you remember what it says? The calculation non-zero, you know, no, non-zero is true, 0 or empty is false. So 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus a list of zeros, that's 0. Okay, that's what it says, you know. So don't try. Okay, you know, I'm doing this for years, but I want to show you also the benefits of doing this technique here. Let's say I want to give the user flexibility. Okay. And I want one of those, I don't want the three of them to be filled up, but I want at least one of them to be filled up. I need at least one of them. One of them is okay. It's, for me, it's valid. One of them. So what do? I go to my tag, and this technique is good. Instead of saying equal 3, I said it should be at least greater or equal to 1. That's fair. It's fair, right? If it's at least 1, that's fine. That means if it's 0, if there's none, but if there's one of those 3, one of phone 1, cell phone, or emails, I'm good for it. It's okay. It's okay. You know. So if I do this, yeah.
I have a question here from Andrea. Let me go back up. They're asking if the calculation would break if the user inserts a list in one field and nothing in another. There's a little bit of conversation back and forth between everybody on this topic.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, it's true. If you paste, if you do the carriage return, but normally you shouldn't do that. But if they paste a carriage return and stuff like that, in that case, there's a way to do that. There's a way to prevent that to happen. Okay. There's multiple ways to prevent that to happen. The best way is to get always the first row, the first demonstration. If always, if that happened, I understand all of those cases are cases of of the extreme. You know what I mean? Okay. Of course, you can't prevent people to do mistakes here. To do stupid things. Okay. But there's ways to do that, right? So when you go there in here, right, in here, you should remove you should list your actually. I did that way because I didn't want to. First of all, okay, I didn't want to do too much. I didn't have the time to do all the way I wanted, because normally I should do this. Okay, name, okay, and you say substitute of the first name, okay, and you remove this, and you remove it completely, because this is just to count. So now, instead of using this, you're using this. So you will say, oh yeah, but that's difficult. No, because you copied this and you said this is the last, and and you say last, and and whatever, you do this, and then you get this, and then the problem solved. I mean, if you see that it happened, then you do this. You remove the carriage return of whatever is inside. I'm not saying you are going to remove the carriage return. You know what I mean? Okay. So this is just for the counting. Now, you want to completely ignore. So that's for the counting. That means even if the people paste a 10-page of paragraph, now, the best way to do that, you go to the name here, and hear what you say. Let's go to this one. Is easier. Okay. Hear what you say. Left value, self 1. Okay, very simple. Self value, left value, self 1. So here how it goes. Here how it works. So I have the last name here, and I go to my text editor. And my text editor says Nick, Rick, we have Simon, we have Andrea. What do we have? We have Moki, and we have UK lad. We have say Simon. We have whatever Kyle. Okay. So I have all those people, right? And I copy those people and I paste here. I paste all those people there. Bam, I have Nick only. Okay, that's a carry return here, but I can remove it. I can remove the carry, but you got the point here you got the point here, right? So we can remove the carry. I can clear this, but you got the point. The best way is to prevent the thing to happen.
So Andrew wants to know, is there a reason not to use the isEmpty and then parentheses function?
No, it's not. But it's easier to do the list like this because you have much more flexibility. Like I show, like I says here, yeah, you can do that. isEmpty, but you won't count. You won't prevent the counts. You know what I mean? You need to do the isEmpty. Yeah, you can use the isEmpty. Yeah, I know where he wants to go. Yeah, you can use that. You say isEmpty. Instead of doing this, you say okay, name equal isEmpty. Instead of removing the, instead of removing the, you can do that as well. But this technique here is much better because it gives you a lot of flexibility. You can add, you can make that. Okay, I create that technique because normally the list here, I populate my list via a script with a what's the name? With a variable. So then the calculation, I can change the lists I want to be mandatory on the fly. I don't need to hard code it inside the calculation. So I use my calculation the way it is, but I'm using variable to populate the list of the field I want to be mandatory, right? So you got the point here? So it gives me much more flexibility and you can debug and okay. This is my preference. Look, use whatever technique you want here. This is not the point. I mean, you know what I mean? I have my technique, any technique, but you understand that this works because I have the right UI. Now, before we go, because I wanted to talk about this, there's also something else that FileMaker is giving you out of the box, okay? And it's, for example, let's take the last name. First of all, I'm going to remove that. And you remove this, and you want to do the validation, and you say, okay, I want that to be numeric only. Okay, another piece of blip, grade A piece of blip. That means you type something. Oh yeah, cool, no problem, and then you validate. Beep. And you have this. Do you want this? Do you want that? Revert yes, no, perhaps, and let me think about it. So it's and here what to do? Yes, no. Oh, you want to keep it? Okay, right. So this is piece of blip. What I want my own stuff where if I type letters, nothing happened. If I type numbers, it works, right? Numbers, letter, I type kind of for letters, doesn't work. Number works. Letter, number. So I don't let people to enter any letters. So now you say, oh yeah, sometimes we need some. Yeah, I understand. So sometimes for postal code, for example, you need this and you need a dash. But that only what I allows you to have. Allows you to have the dash because okay, you need the dash here in postal code. No problem, I understand that. So you have the dash, right? So or if you are in England, you need letters, right? No problem. I can give you some letters. So you can do whatever you want here, and because I'm using my own technique here, and you already know about technique here. So that means I have a script that on trigger that prevent the thing to happen, you know. So I think we're good to wrap
things up.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can. Scott Kane said need calculator wrap in text format. Yeah, Scott Kane said you can even, when you paste something from when you paste this. You remember this? When you paste this, you can paste also the what's the name? You can also paste the style. When you like this, when you copy this, you are pasting the style, right? And so you can even put when you click outside, that will remove this plus this one, and then at the same time take this and what's the name, and remove the what the name, remove the style, right? So you can do that as well. Yeah. So I think we're good to go.
Okay.
And let's clean up those.
Yeah. That sounds good. We do have a question on Twitch from Al, but I think that this is something that can be answered at a later time. It doesn't need to be addressed now, so I can send that to you and you can address it tomorrow or another day, whichever you feel is best.
Yes.
But thank you again for today, and I'm glad that I could be here for one of these design days. I've missed quite a few. Thank you, everybody, for attending and listening in, and we will see you all tomorrow.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Just stepped up the whole way. Calm, cool, collected the quarterback. Great read, good patience. More importantly, great job up front protecting this quarterback to give you a chance. And that's all you can ask for.
Trying to rally down 10. 9:25 to go here in the fourth. Short motion by Amendola from the left. Brady takes the shotgun snap. Stands in, throws it left for Amendola. Reaches up and snaps a high throw and lands inside the 10. Rolling to the 9. Ball slightly behind him, but Danny makes the grab.